Write that down, write that down, write that down. Hi, it's me, Naturally Sage. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys all of my natural hair care secrets, like every single thing I know about natural hair, my routine, and how I grew my hair from this to this. I got me my chia lemon seed water, chia seed lemon water. Okay, let's get cozy. All right, girl, so you wanna grow your hair. That's why you clicked the video. Listen, we're gonna talk a little bit less about actually growing your hair and a little bit more about length retention, because one thing about it, our hair is always growing. Scientifically, the hair is always growing. The thing that is really happening that's keeping you from seeing the growth is the retention of the length. I'm gonna be talking about my hair routine and my tips for length retention, minimizing breakage, protective styles that I do and do not recommend. This is all from my experience, by the way. I am not a professional, but I'm somebody who is a natural hair haver for the last, oh my gosh, 8 years-ish. I don't know, I keep losing count, but it's around 8 years. So almost 10 years of my natural hair knowledge / I grew my man's hair out and helped some of my friends out along the way and learned a couple things that I just want to share, because I've always wanted to share my natural hair knowledge with you guys and spread hair positivity and hair love, because I believe that all natural hair is good hair. The thing that we want to do is, before we even like focus on the outside, is focus on the inside. Okay, we have two things that we need to focus on. One is what we're putting into our body, because believe it or not, what you put into your body, the nutrients, the things that you fuel your body with has to do with your hair, skin, nails. You can just physically tell when somebody is not only physically fit on the outside, but on the inside as well. So we want to start there and doing some of that research. I don't think that I have the qualifications to go into depth about nutrition. I think that everybody should do their own research. That's just kind of what I've been doing. And that's something that I encourage you to look into. Look into your diet and look into what you're putting in your body before we even get to the putting the stuff on the body. Okay? And then the other thing that we're talking about when we want to talk about inside is how we feel about ourselves. Because how we feel about ourselves is a direct link to how we present ourselves and a direct link to self-love and self-care. And I feel like if we're just going for a specific aesthetic of having long hair, or like even when you think about it, this is funny because one of my friends brought up this like metaphor that like content creation is like going to the gym, and I kind of want to use it for this video too, because I think if you start going to the gym and you don't have any self-love and you hate your body and your only motivation is shame / looking a certain aesthetic or getting a certain type of attention, then you get to the end of the journey or whatever, your goal weight, and you still kind of hate yourself and you still have this, I don't even want to say you, okay? I'm literally speaking from I'm actually speaking from personal experience when I say that. I gained weight my freshman year of college and I hated my body. I shamed myself into working out. All I did was talk bad about myself while I was doing it and throughout the whole thing till I got to my goal weight, and I realized, wow, I still hate myself. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside if you don't love yourself on the inside. So basically, I'm saying that to say is a part 2 of working on your innards is also just working on yourself, how you see yourself, how you talk to yourself, especially when it comes to natural hair. I don't know about y'all's FYP, but my FYP recently has been kind of going through this cycle of somebody coming on and talking about their certain texture of hair. I don't mess with the hair typing system, so I'm not even gonna throw it out there which one it is. You can probably guess because it is what it is. This is the texture that people rag on the most, unfortunately, because it's so beautiful. I think all the textures are beautiful. But anyway, somebody comes on saying, oh, my XYZ hair could never, or blah, 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 blase, blase, whatever. And then I see the cycle of the next person coming on and being like, I'm so tired of y'all talking about how this certain type of texture can't do this or won't do that. It's really about how you talk to yourself about your hair. And as a person who has a looser texture hair and who has lighter skin, I understand that the system of colorism and the hair typing system benefits me more than it benefits people with a darker skin tone and a different texture than I have. I know that. I can't speak from any other experience but my own, and I personally know how much I hated my hair because I relaxed my hair for 10 years from age 12 to 22. Did not miss a 6-week appointment no matter where I was. I was in another state for school for 5 years and I still made my 6-week appointment every time. There was no missing. I hated the way that I looked. I hated the way that I talked. I hated all of the things about my identity and my blackness, unfortunately, because that is what was presented to me. Unfortunately, I'm not one of the strongest warriors who was just like, Maddie knew who she was from the beginning. No, I didn't. I did not know who I was because the loudness from going to school and even at workplaces, and I hate to say it, but even at home, because that's just what it is. That's just my truth. But like in all of those spaces, they made me feel ugly. Seeing the lack of representation made me feel ugly. I felt like I was not beautiful. And I think a lot of Black girls have this experience. And I think it's really hard is when you get older and you realize like, I am beautiful from the inside out. Like I truly am, in my opinion, until you realize how incredibly amazing and unique you are as a person from the inside. Literally from the inside, no validation, nothing from other people, like just you and you, until you love yourself wholeheartedly and accept yourself wholeheartedly, you're not going to have success in the aesthetic journeys of having long hair or a perfect body or anything, or perfect finances, whatever it is. I just think it helps, especially as you're getting older as a woman, to make friends and maintain community, that you love yourself first. Because I don't know about y'all, but I've definitely had my fair share of judgmental / insecure women that just are so beautiful on the outside, but so ugly from within. And it is what it is on that, but I personally don't want to be one of those people. So I worked on myself while I was growing my hair out. And I think it really helped me step into my identity and step into who I am and love her, accept her, and heal my inner child through it. So, and that's why I like sometimes doing styles like this, because I feel like this is like a little girl style, honestly, or it looks like it because my hair is so short. But anyway. Now, as we move on to the actual natural hair care routine, all right, I'm gonna lay this out as simply as possible. Step 1 in my routine is usually an oil treatment. So if I know I'm washing my hair on Friday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, 1, 2, or 3 nights, depending on just like how I feel, what I'm doing, where I'm going, or what's happening in my life, and I will massage my scalp. Like really get in there, really take my time and just connect with myself, enjoy the moment. And also like one of the things to growing your hair is stimulating blood flow. So doing those massages is something that really is good for your scalp. I like to use peppermint oil and I like castor oil. Right now, I've experimented in a lot of different oils, but these are the 2 that work the best for me. After that oil, I'm gonna go in and clarify my hair. Clarifying my hair could mean one of 2 things for me. I either clarify with just a regular shampoo, or I do an Aztec clay mask. Aztec clay mask I do about every 3 months. I can tell when my hair needs it. My hair looks dull, it looks drab, it looks like it's just lacking, like it's just limp. That's the word I was looking for. It looks limp and lifeless and almost colorless, if that makes sense. So we'll clarify, make sure we get in there, get into every single corner and nook in my hair, rinse that out, and then I'll go in with a conditioner, detangle my hair in sections. I mean, now that it's short, I don't really detangle in sections. I kind of just like do whatever, but as it gets longer, I'll detangle in sections and then rinse that out. Then I'll throw in a deep conditioner. Then I follow the instructions on the deep conditioner tub, because some of them, if you leave them in for too long, are actually going to damage your hair. And I have firsthand experience with the Mayel. That one is actually a protein treatment and they call it a deep conditioner. So I kept it in overnight and it messed me up. So just read the instructions. They do all the science behind it to formulate the instructions, so you might as well just follow them. I'm a rule girly, that's just me. And with that deep conditioner, sometimes I try to add a little heat by adding a plastic cap over the top while it marinates, just so it can like do the thing. I used to have a steamer, which I think is awesome, but Why'd I get rid of that? Oh. Yeah, I got rid of it for a good reason, and I don't have it anymore, but I think they're great. After the deep condition, I'm usually gonna rinse my hair with warm water and then do a cold rinse really quick in the shower. The reason why we're doing that is because when you put warm product or warm things on your hair, the cuticle of your hair is kind of like this, and it has like these little thingies off of it. And they kind of, cuticles, they're called cuticles. The cuticles open up when it's warm. So that's why in the beginning of the shower, I do the warm water and I let my hair like what's the word? Man, I'm running out of words and I haven't even been here very long. Okay, so the cuticle goes up a little bit when it's warm so the product can go in and moisturize the hair and do all the things that it's supposed to do, right? Then when it goes cold, it closes back up so it can like seal in that moisture. Yeah, so we're gonna cool rinse after the deep conditioner, and then I'm probably gonna go in with a little bit of leave-in while I'm still in the shower, because for me, leave-ins work best when my hair is soaking wet, and because my hair is low porosity, she doesn't want to stay wet long. So I do a little bit of leave-in, comb that out, put my towel on, and then I get out the shower and I style my hair. For styling at this moment in time, I'm pretty much doing mousse only looks because my hair is so short that anything else is not really doing well. And to be honest, I never really liked gels very much in the first place, so I don't really do gels. I love a good mousse. And that's it. That's the whole routine. Every 7 to 10 days, I'm gonna oil, cleanse, condition, deep condition, leave in, style. Every time. And this is actually the perfect transition into our protective styles, because when we're talking about styling our hair, a lot of times all of us, I feel like all of us have done this. They said like, oh, like I'm protective styling and it's a slick back. Like, girl, protective style is not a high tension style. Protective style is something where your curls don't have to, how do I say? Your curls don't have to be a different shape than they normally are. You feel me? So it's like protective style do's. We like that. Cute. Okay. And this is just for length retention. You don't have to do this. You don't have to live your life like this. I'm just saying. And our protective style don'ts. Come on. We thought that was protective? Okay. Okay, and honestly, I'm guilty of doing the don'ts, but sometimes when you're going for a look, it just has to be one thing. You have a vision, you have to execute the vision as such, and that's fine. I'm just saying, I would recommend maybe not doing that every time you're saying you're doing a protective style. If we can leave the high tension styles for, you know, serving a look or whatever, that's cool. And then you can let your curls relax in between those, I think we'd be in good shape. I think we'd be in good shape. Okay, let me get my note out because I feel like I'm losing the plot a little bit. Hold on. Okay, I did miss this piece when talking about protective styles. For the protective styles, the only thing that I'm changing is making sure that my hair is moisturized before going into the style. There are times where I have the leave-in in after the shower, and that's a decent level of moisturization, but if I know that my hair is gonna be kept away for a longer period of time, i.e. like mini twist, I'm gonna make sure that the leave-in that I'm putting in is extra moisturizing and making sure that I'm actually getting it on every strand. In my regular routine, I kind of just, and in a protective style routine, I'll be a little bit more methodical with it, making sure that everything and everybody is taken care of before I tie her away for a little bit of time. Okay? Okay. Now that's good. Girl, we know we're not detangling with dry hair anymore, right? I don't feel like I need to say that, but I just want to say that and make sure that we're not detangling our hair on dry hair. When our hair is extra tangled in its dry state, you can give it a hand detangle, but when I say detangle, I mean like I wouldn't run a brush or a comb through dry hair. I would take my hair dry and kind of open it up. That's where I take that oil to help. Oh my gosh. Liquefy? No, what's the word? Juicify? Grease up? Grease up the strands so you can kind of get it apart. I don't know, girl. So let's do like a mini recap, mini recap, okay? 1, we're focusing on fueling our body and loving ourselves from the inside out and loving our curls as they grow, okay? We're not putting our curls away for special events. We're wearing them out. We're rocking them because we're proud of our curls, right? 2, we're having a consistent and awareness routine. I didn't really go into awareness yet. That's my bad. Just realizing that the recap is not just for you, apparently it's for me as well. Awareness, when I talk about awareness and natural hair care routine, I am just talking about the idea that when you do your hair, just kind of paying attention to what the state looks like when it's clean, what it feels like when it's messy, or not messy, dirty, goodness gracious. What does my hair feel like immediately after the shampoo? What does it feel like right after the deep condition? Because those little hints are gonna help you in the future when you're looking at your hair and you're like, it doesn't look how I want it to look. What is missing? Oh, it's not super moisturized, or it's not clarified enough to handle more gel. You feel me? Okay. We're still on 2 with our routine that is consistent and aware. And number 3, we're being intentional about our protective styles. We're making sure that they are low tension styles and that we're moisturizing our hair really good before we put them in. Okay, cool. Intermission, good. Everybody got that? Write that down, write that down, write that down. Okay, next thing that we are gonna be doing in intentionally having healthy hair and minimizing breakage is talking about how we sleep. We need to be wearing silk. I think the key to success here is having multiple options. So I have my pillowcase, it's a silk pillowcase just in case my bonnet falls off or my scarf falls off. And then I have multiple ways that I wear my scarf to bed just because I don't know what it is about my head, but sometimes it just gets too tight and sometimes it's just not, I don't know, sometimes I just need a change so I don't feel the pressure in the same spot where I tie it. So let me show you a couple of different ways that I do my scarf at night / do I have my bonnet in here? I don't. I do like to wear a scarf under my bonnet just in case my bonnet falls off, but sometimes that's a lot, so that doesn't always happen. But when I'm wearing a style like this, you best believe I'm every night. Okay, so we could go diagonal. I'm gonna try and make this quick because I'm sure a lot of people already know how to wrap their hair, but this is for anybody who doesn't. We're gonna go diagonal and put it over the back, okay? Kind of putting it a little bit over my forehead. And then tying, okay? For me right now, having short hair, these little hairs in the back, they really wanna stick out, but we're gonna try our best to kind of put them in like so. And then we just tie at the bottom. Stop, low key, this is cute. We just tie at the bottom. You can do another tie at the bottom. I think sometimes it's cute to have tails, or if you like it out of the way and you just want extra, you can always put it at the top. The other reason why I like wearing scarves underneath my bonnet is because I don't know what it is. Is it my head shape? Is it my bonnet? I don't know, but mine slips off a lot. So this tie, I put the bonnet right in front, and it kind of stops it from falling back, you feel me? Next way, because sometimes this bothers me, that I do it is upside down. Taking our same triangle, we're going upside down and pulling this way. This is just gonna work for different styles, different moments. I wore my scarf like the first way on the first night of this style and like this on the second night. It just is what it is. So this also worked with the tie in the back where you can kind of put your bonnet over, and then I kind of just let it up and do whatever I need to do. So that's that. I don't have my curls fully fluffed today because I'm gonna take pictures tomorrow, so I didn't wanna. But anyway, that is how we're sleeping at night. And when you get to a point where your hair is longer, you can always add little ponytails. Sometimes I would put like 4 little ponytails to kind of stretch my roots at night. That's it. It's pretty simple. The other thing that we're gonna be doing is minimizing our use of heat as much as possible. I know. As somebody who pressed my hair for 12, 10 years straight, whatever it was, it is really hard to wean off the heat because the heat is a very short-term but simple fix. Whereas sometimes natural hair, when you're first starting out, you don't always know what to do when your hair doesn't look how you want it to look. So not only do we need to love ourselves, but we also need to release whatever it is our hair is supposed to look like in certain styles. Like watching a tutorial of somebody whose hair, and you can't even tell what people's hair texture and thickness and whatever is like online, but watching somebody with a completely different texture than you and then expecting it to look just like that is It's not it. But anyway, unless you're somebody who is a professional or who just has a lot of experience in dealing with heat, I would say just be careful, because heat damage is permanent. Heat damage is preventable, but it also is permanent. So once you damage your hair with heat, that's it. There's no going back to your original curl. So when we're talking about having healthy hair, I'm not saying that we need to use no heat. We just need to minimize it and be intentional about it, because personally, I realize that's just not my expertise. I am not good at pressing my hair, and every time I do it, I feel like I get heat damage somewhere, some way, somehow. And so I just stopped doing it. That's just not for me. I realize for me in my life, if it's not easy, then it's not for me. And the word easy isn't like, oh, I want to be lazy about something or I want something to come with nothing. I work really hard at certain things to get to where I'm at. I'm just saying, as a girl, if it's not coming easy to you, or even the work to do the thing is not coming easy to you, just don't do it. Just hire somebody else to do it. Just outsource. So yeah, I think that's everything. I think that is everything that I know about my natural hair and the routine that I have. Two things that I do want to get into a little bit more is more natural hair products and learning more about Indian herbs. I see a lot of people making hair growth oils and hair growth butters with it, and I'm really curious. So that's something that I'm going to be leaning into. But anywho, I hope that y'all learned something from this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Thanks for watching. I'm Naturally Sage.